Most German citizens had nothing to do with the killings of Jews, and with Hitler's reign of power, they saw that Jews were being categorized. They saw yellow stars, and they saw no Jews signs everywhere. They knew something was happening.
How could they not know what was happening? Day by day, they saw dead bodies, dead people that they once knew, their neighbors, gone, never to come back. Many describe death in only the way they can comprehend it as a child. Well, I learned it at a young age. The Nazi had pulled over this man, threw him into the lake to drown. He was floating, so some of the children threw rocks into his mouth as a game. Eventually, somebody took him away and buried him. It is winter. It is cold and icy. There are people on the side of the road who lie dead. The city lies in ruins. My playground is destroyed. My mom tells me that there used to be a hospital where there is now dust.
Eastern Time, and Columbia and its affiliated stations bring you Elmer Davis and the news. Tobruk was taken by the British today after a little more than 24 hours fighting, and all that is left is mopping up operations in the fortifications to the west of the town. America Looks Abroad with your foreign correspondent, Robert Arden, presented each weeknight. This broadcast is transcribed from an earlier program.
Good evening. New Year's Day has come and gone. And while we are getting accustomed to writing 1941 in our datelines, 1940 is being entered into the records of history as a year which saw the most important and perhaps the most far-reaching ideological conflict of modern history break out in open warfare. Since it cannot be doubted any longer that the war between Great Britain and Nazi Germany is not an armed contest between two powerful nations disputing each other's possessions, but that it is actually a life and death struggle between two ideologies. On one side we have Great Britain, her ally and sympathizers. They obviously stand for preservation and protection of their traditional belief in human liberty and spiritual freedom. On the opposing side, we have Nazi Germany, that teaches intolerance, subservience of all to one individual, and which excuses aggression and bloody conquest as the rightful means to their end employed by supposed members of a super race. Those are unquestionably the facts in the case. The bitterness which marks the current conflict, as we see that the facts are there. Need, starvation, and mental despair are the components which created the monster of Hitlerism. And from those facts we can determine those directional lines I mentioned before. And they seem to point to ultimate destruction of Hitler and his Nazism, because essentially human beings want to be free to think, speak, and worship as they please. They want to see their children grow up as free men, and not become products of mass industry destined to serve as uniformed slaves in a military juggernaut.
This is a woman who got let free by a German guard.
Guard close to me, and we were marching, and then this guard, and he said to me, "You are very young. You see, from far, it is a farmhouse there, and you ask, maybe you will get some bread and something to eat. You go."
Say that everybody was, but
could you not be aware when you could smell bodies burning, when you could see your neighbors being hauled off and never see them again, when you could see them being beaten in the streets, being abused, so they had to be aware.
And do you believe that all German citizens wanted this to happen?
no, I don't believe that I don't believe all of any religion, race feels that way, because there's goodness in all of us. And I think a lot of it is how you're brought up and what your intrinsic values. Then you look at Denmark, for example. The people in Denmark did not go along with it. And so they helped their people go to Sweden and survive. And when those people came back after the war, when they were...
They found their homes the same way they left it, because their friends and neighbors did not go along with what some of the people in the other countries did, who just took over the belongings
that belonged to the Jewish people.
That they even watered the plants. When those people came back after the war, their homes were in pristine condition.
Nobody abused anything of theirs. A lot who helped, and that's why in Israel they have a dedication to what they call the righteous people who saved a lot of the Jewish people. And they did it at their own risk.
Ze waren in nood. En ik kon ze helpen. Dan zeg je toch geen nee. Ik wilde mijn menselijke plicht doen. Ik vond het niks bijzonders. Ik kon ze helpen. Nou, en dat heb ik gedaan. Kreeg ik meer tijd om bovendien zijn wij niet aan de kant blijven staan, maar hebben onze handen uitgestoken om de mensen te helpen. Met de inzet van ons eigen leven.
Miep was not the only German to help out the Jews by hiding them and trying to keep Jews alive. Also, Superia, who was a single mother, helped hide 2 Jewish boys to save them. Another person who risked their life just for saving Jews' lives was Maria. Maria hid Jews in her own school. Miep, Siberia, and Maria all risked their lives just to save these children and adults.
It seems like history is starting to repeat itself. People need to be made aware of what is going on, and not just with Jewish people. I mean, if you look at Rwanda in different places, there's atrocities all over, and everybody in their own way can make a difference. There's good in everybody. It doesn't matter where you're from, what color your skin, what your religion is. Everybody has goodness in them. You just have to find it.